Yeah, how do I talk about this film? Don't go in the woods, or as it says here, don't go in the woods alone. The best way to describe this film is if you listen to the end credits. That that kind of sums up the movie. Because the end credits go something like, "Don't go out in the woods tonight. You probably will be thrilled. Don't go out in the woods tonight. You probably will be killed. There's a friendly beast who lurks about, who likes to feast. You won't get out without being killed and chopped up in little pieces." This film is so fucking schizophrenic, it's almost hypnotizing. I'm not usually a guy that goes into so bad it's good movies. Usually to me, either movies are good or bad. But this film kind of falls into the Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2 category, where they are bad, but they're pretty damn entertaining. And this film is bad. I mean, the actors suck. The dubbing on their voices is so obvious. It's these four people go out in the woods. But then there's like 50 fucking random people out in these woods too. I mean, this is the most crowded fucking forest. I've seen cities with less people than these woods. But damn, I mean, the director, I know now he's like, oh, this was meant as a comedy. I'm like, more like it sucked so badly you just want to call it a comedy now. But this film is just so badly made, but man, it's entertaining. I mean, like every 5 minutes I feel like there's a kill. I mean, and just ridiculous stuff. Like this guy's bird watching and his arm gets cut off. And then he's like, with his good arm, and then cuts away. I mean, the location, like the locations they use in the woods is nice, but the acting is bad. Like I said, the dubbing is obvious. You have all these random fucking characters popping up with, you don't know anything about them. They just randomly pop up, like this couple, like this woman wearing a red dress and this guy in like a pink shirt, and the girl's like, Dale, Dale, just wandering around the fucking woods, and like the guy in the pink shirt's climbing. And even though he's climbing, somehow the killer fucking snuck up on him. I guess he was wearing the rocket pack that Spock had in Star Trek 5. Because I don't know how the fuck you sneak up on someone who's climbing a fucking rock. But then he just falls down. And then the woman just dies from, I don't know, it just cuts to the woman crawling and there's blood. And I don't know how the fuck she died. Maybe she saw her hubby die and just, I don't know, spit blood and fell on the ground. Do you buy that? No, me neither. It's just so fucking, like you have that campfire story being told. I mean, there's good ways of doing it, like Friday the 13th Part 2. Or there's this way of doing it where the guy telling it, first off, the audio is so low. You think my audio is low. You should watch, this scene. The camera never shows the guy who's actually telling it. It's only on the three people listening to it because they didn't get the coverage of the guy telling the fucking campfire story. And then the way he talks is so stilted. And you're waiting for the next words. It's just and just random fucking people. There's a van with one woman that looks like the witch from Wizard of Oz, and the guy goes down the van because he hears something. Then he gets killed. He spits on the window. The woman screams. screams, and then the van just rolls down the fucking hill. I guess the killer is able to turn over an entire fucking van and then catches on fire. The van. Then this random woman is painting in the fucking woods. Her kid is like 500 feet away. Bad parenting. And then the woman painting gets stabbed, and it's pretty much this here on the cover. And the soundtrack is as schizophrenic as the movie. I almost want to say I like the soundtrack for how weird it is. Because sometimes it just sounds like tia 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 tia, or like wow 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 wow, meow 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 meow. It is so weird that I almost want to say I like the musical score. I mean, and that song at the end I find hilarious. It's, don't go out in the woods tonight, or you chop you up in little pieces. My friend Efri and I at times would joke about that. Cut you up in little pieces. Again, this is a film that's pretty damn hilarious. And I don't buy the director. It's not meant to be. Maybe some parts are meant to be funny, but not as much as it is. But I mean, it keeps up with the kills. I mean, these random people in a sleeping bag. This is a very confusing scene because they're in a sleeping bag, two people, in sleeping bag 1, sleeping bag 2. Then all of a sudden one is tied to a tree. Then I guess that person gets stabbed because blood's coming out of the sleeping bag, and then this one in the ground, I guess his neck gets cut. It's a very confusing scene. One guy gets like a bear trap fallen and it hits the guy in the face. The killer is this ridiculous looking mountain man with beads, fucking anal beads coming across his face, covering his eyes, so I don't know how the fuck he sees with that shit on. Of the 4 leads, one guy gets killed. He's not paying attention. And the one of the girls is in the sleeping bag because the guy trapped her in there. She sees this. And then she runs off. And even though she probably hasn't only eaten for like a day or a few hours, she's so goddamn hungry that at one point she lifts this plate, this paper plate that looks like puke was on it. I'm like, motherfucker, like, how hungry are you? Probably hasn't even been a fucking day and you're licking, looks like puke off a paper plate. Granted, this film has about 100 fucking flaws, but if in a bad, fun way, it's fun. So I would say the flaw would be there's a point where the film kind of stops and this overweight sheriff, he just wandering around, looking around, wandering in the woods, wanders around this place. Really like slows the movie down to the point you just want to hit the fast forward button. And then by the time this wheelchair guy gets up top of a hill only to immediately get beheaded. And then it's like daytime, but when the body falls, it's immediately nighttime. And just like the 2 leads, surviving leads, because the girl who lit the plate, she got into the house and got killed. This little house that's the bad guy's lair. So then what happens is the guy gets the girl to safety. Then he just runs all the way back to the fucking woods with like no weapons, like not taking a gun, finding a gun, not taking any like vehicles, any help. How about help? He just fucking runs back by himself to the fucking woods. I just to find that girl that we the audience know, but he doesn't know that is dead already. But it's just like, you just ran all the way into town with this girl And now you just run all the way back and you don't really have anything. And then the police, the mob, the town, including the girl, the other surviving girl, they get there in the woods too. And then she's wandering around to find the guy. They both find each other, and there's the killer. And it's just ridiculous shit, like these sticks or spears, and one like bounces off, like one's like, he's like, the girl. And like they throw a stick and it trips the bad guy and they're fucking stabbing it. But it's like, literally looks like imagine this is the body, it's like, into the guy's chest, but you don't, I don't know, it's like they just, it didn't look good, but it was funny. It wasn't meant to be. And then the movie ends on this, like, they kill the bad guy and the two leave with the cops and everything's fine. But when the killer killed this person, she had her kid. Apparently the bad guy took the kid and now she's in the woods with like a little hatchet. I guess we're supposed to assume she's going to grow up and be a mountain woman. But I'm like, this kid's like 3 years old. She'll die in a week. Okay? She doesn't even know how to take the shit properly, let alone fucking eat. Yeah, she's dead in about a week, and that's being kind. No, I don't buy this barely older than a baby surviving to become a fucking mountain woman. This, I mean, this entire movie is so silly and ridiculous and inept and piss poorly directed and bad audio and just every fucking schizophrenic music. It's hypnotizing. But it's fun. I will say it's fun. And really at the end of the day, I just want to have fun. I don't want to be bored. Bored is one of the worst sins for a movie. Either being insulting to your fan base, which is why I hate films like Alien 3, the Michael Bay produced Ninja Turtle films, The Predator, Last Jedi, things of that. To me, they did insult the audience of those franchises. Or being fucking boring. Like, to me, those are the two biggest sins a movie can make. This movie, it's bad, but it's entertainingly bad. Again, you just listen to that music at the end. Don't go out in the woods tonight. You probably will be thrilled. You won't get out without being killed and chopped up in little pieces. I wish they found that guy and interviewed him for this DVD. I wish they, like, if he's still around, that is. I would love to hear him. Like, what he's doing today. Man, if the guy who did that song at the end is watching, please comment, because I am sincerely a fan. I love that song. I mean, little pieces. This fucking film's hilarious. But thanks for watching. Take care, and we will see you in another video for another 80s horror movie review later.